Welcome back to another episode of BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. My name is Ruth.
I'm Nicole.
Welcome back, guys, to our awesome channel. As you guys tell, we are back to our separate screens here.
I don't like it.
I'm like reaching out to her and I can't, like she's nowhere near me. I can't hug you anymore.
I know. And you know, this is bullshit because I think come on, we've come so far with technology, you guys. Why can't we just reach through the screen and pull out what we want?
It's right. Like that, what was it called? Like smell-o-vision was what I heard a lot of terms. Like, oh, you can't smell it, but like, here you go, smell through the screen and like smell-o-vision. I swear that was a thing at one point. Maybe I'm making this up. I don't know.
I don't know. I will just point out though, if smell-o-vision ever does become a thing, I would be terrified because you don't know what you're going to smell. No, that means you would smell like commercials and every show you watch. So like if there's like a really gory like horror movie on, are you smelling the blood?
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. I can't even get myself started because I'll start gagging because I keep thinking of the you're like, stop already. See, smell-o-vision. Not a good idea. My gag reflex is terrible.
It's funny. Well, but we're back on our separate screens for a while though, but we do promise you guys, but there will be more trips planned out in the future for longer visits and more episodes of us together in the same room, which was really fun. I will say, just filming in the same room with you right next to me was amazing. Like we definitely had the most professional we ever did on that episode. Like we had a microphone, we had ring lights, we had a peanut gallery and just everything. So it was just amazing.
It was fantastic. And our energy was like, you guys, I'm sure everyone felt it. It was amazing. I'm just saying there were no seconds of where we weren't having fun.
There was so much giggling and laughter. I will admit, if you guys haven't seen our last episode, please definitely go watch it. Nicole and I were guessing BVB songs by 1 second, 3 seconds, or 5 seconds. Songs were randomly placed at beginning, middle, end, and it was just so much fun just to do that. And I admit, I've watched that episode, I think like 10 times already because it was just so funny to rewatch again and again. So
it's such a great episode. The ending is like, it's a masterpiece, you guys.
I loved it. I really did.
I tell you, I think we're gonna plan so much. I can't wait.
Yes, but I guess like overall, guys, like in this episode, we're definitely gonna touch base on my visit over to Nicole's place in Colorado Springs, which was amazing. It was a very small trip, guys, like very small. Honestly, just going to see her in person was just amazing because like it was during New Year's Eve and everything when I went over, and you know, honestly, the time went so fast. Like I should have, like, as soon as I landed and was realizing like, oh my God, Nicole is just gonna be right there. I will get to see her in person. I literally went to the bathroom. I'm not kidding, Nicole. I'm like trying to freshen up and everything. I'm like, I look like a sloth. My hair was like everywhere. I was a nervous wreck. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna go see her.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, you look absolutely beautiful coming down the escalator. I was so nervous. I was shaking so bad. I had to go and sit down. It just, you know, it all hit me at once. I'm like, oh shit, this is really happening. Like, this is real. Almost passed out. Had to sit.
I was nervous going down an escalator. Like my thought process was, as soon as I walked out, was like, okay, look for her, look for someone who's wearing BVB, a lot of black stuff. That was literally, I was just scanning the room. It was just like BVB, black, BVB, black, BVB, black.
For you, it was like the same thing. Look for black, anything black, so bright. And she has red hair. I'm like, so watch out for red hair.
Nicole and I have even discussed this, guys. Like this was our very first time, like ever, like meeting someone that we met through the internet or anything. Like it's always a scary factor. Like you can meet someone through the internet, you can have a lot of conversations, but meeting someone in person, it's always intimidating because it's in person. So it's just like, oh, this is who you are in person. Hi.
Scary because you don't know. Like it's like you don't know. You know the person without really knowing them. Like I'm freaking out because I'm like, is Ruth gonna like who I am? Is she gonna like Colorado? Is my house not gonna be good enough? It's all these things that run through my mind. I'm sure it runs through everyone else's mind, but it's like one of those things you're trying to make sure that everything is perfect for the person.
Right. No, it's exactly through me. I'm just like, I need to look presentable. I can't look soft out here. She is Nicole. Like, I need to look presentable. That's what's literally.
Hey, you did. I didn't. I was just like, fuck it, mask on, messy hair, go.
It was honestly just so like, there was a lot of emotion when I just saw you. I'm just like, holy cow, that is her. Like, I was happy and nervous. Like, all the emotion just came over at once. I'm like, hi. So
we were literally like, do we hug each other? Like, is it okay to hug you? I was not sure.
Honestly, guys, my visit, it was short. Like, I only stayed there like 3 days late, but it was amazing. Nicole's was very welcoming. Her husband, also your roommate, were all welcoming, and all their pets were very welcoming. Holy cow, Nicole. I don't know how you do it. She has so many furry babies in her household right now, guys. All so sweet and everything, but wow.
There's a lot to handle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they all love, which what animal doesn't? But I mean, these animals get extremely jealous, so they do have to be like separated. So it's hard because you can only have so many animals out at a time, and they're all getting. If she starts to pet one of them, the other one in the other room is freaking out, getting mad because she's not petting them.
I know. This is how it went. We got to her place and they were like, oh, we need to introduce the dogs to her one by one. I'm like, oh God. So let's start off slow and steady. I honestly forgot the order. So it was like, yeah, 4 dogs. And I think it was Hades first.
It was Hades first.
It was Hades first. And I feel like it was then Nyx.
Nyx, yeah.
And then Olaf.
I think it was Gaia then.
Oh, was it Gaia? Okay, then it was Gaia, then Olaf.
And then the kitties.
And then the kitties, the 2 little kitties, Ender and Kitty, right?
Ender and Kitty.
Ender and Kitty.
I know. I still think he should have been named Salem for the record.
I get it. Honestly, guys, when I've met Ender, her adorable Sphinx cat, I was just like, all I wanted to do was to touch him, because I've never seen a Sphinx in person ever before, like ever, never, let alone thought I would ever see one in person. So like, I know what they are, but I was like, I wonder how they felt like I just wanted to touch him. So I'm just, I think I just poked him.
Yeah, I think at first you were just like,
poke.
And he didn't care. He just kind of, did his little morning stretch in the bed and just kind of stared at her like, hi.
He's adorable. Guys, you definitely have seen him in the background in her screen. Like, he's freaking adorable. He just wants loves. He just love. Although I will say, Nicole, he's a total mama's boy 100%. So.
Oh my gosh, I know. As we're out in the living room and he's grumpy because I'm not laying down in bed with him. So he's like, what the hell?
I know. I hear him meowing for you. I'm just like, oh, my heart.
He just doesn't like to be alone either.
I know. He's adorable, and I miss him dearly. Like, I miss his little, I think I said alien purrs.
Oh, so. Yeah. His purrs are my favorite thing about him, hands down. They're just, they're not normal. And that's why I love it.
We definitely had our very chill days and stuff. Love the chill days. Game night was amazing. By the way, guys, we did have a game night. One game night. We played like basic like childhood games that Nicole never played before. One of them was Sorry.
Yeah, I've never played Sorry before.
Never played Sorry. And you know what? I truly believe in beginners. Like, you won Sorry though. Like, you really did.
But I agree with you on beginner's luck.
I strongly believe in beginner's luck. We explained the rules to you and everything, and then we were just playing, and then.
Well, the funniest part about playing Sorry too was that, as she said, beginner's luck. It started off like where I was doing really good, but then I wasn't doing so good, and then I just came out and won it at the very end.
I loved it.
Cool.
I will say, with that same night, we also played Uno, and
that was I've never played before.
Yeah, again, never played Uno here. Nicole's never played Uno, but like, apparently, like, you probably guys have noticed, like, Uno's has been changing from time to time. Like, when I've played Uno, we didn't have like the customized wild cards. So when we got Uno, this one had the customized wild cards. I'm like, whoa, game changer.
Not for me. To me, I'm like, oh, this is all new.
That game, I think, was the highlight of that night, just because that one ridiculous rule that your friend Derek came up with. I'm just like, nope.
Yep. So just to like catch you all up. My friend Derek, so I think Uno gives like 3 cards where you can make your own rule. I was going to point out my rule was to just screw Derek over because he wins everything. So I did screw him in this game. Thank God he could not win no matter what he did. And he made a rule too where we cannot use or say the letter S. When I tell you we were all cavemen, like trying to speak, oh my God, I can't get.
I wish I would have recorded because there was one moment your husband Hudson was just like, me like something. It was definitely cavemen. And I was just like laughing so hard, like on the couch right there. Honestly, I was too terrified to speak, honestly, because I was like, I don't want to speak. So
he was using sign language, and all of us were like, yeah, we don't fully know sign language. I knew a few things, and I'm sure they did too, but for the most part, that was so. I know the one line that I have stuck in my head from Hudson is where he's trying to say something, but he's not sure how to say it because, you know, the letter S. So he's like, head hurt. It just had me rolling. Oh my God. Terrible, you guys. It was terrible.
So terrible, but it was like highlight of that night for me at least. Like
and every time you said the letter S, you have to pick a new card, like another card.
You pick another card to put in your Uno deck to get rid of. And it was just, honestly, guys, try playing or like even speaking without using the word S, like the sound of S. Like it's challenging. Like I'm just here trying to write now, like, don't talk. I can't do it. It's like hurting my brain now.
Do you think you could go this whole episode without saying the letter S?
Trying to speak a whole episode without using S, like
that's hard.
Hey,
difficult.
Hey, peep. Nope.
It'd be welcome back, BVB Army. I'm Ruth. I'm Nicole. On today channel. You can't say show. You can't say episode. Episode.
On today's video.
On today's video. On today video. We talk about.
I think if we were ever going to do that challenge on this show, it would have to be for at least 5 minutes, not a whole episode. Because I don't think I would not last an episode. I will take whatever consequences I would have to do if I have to break it. So
I know. I mean, we would be the ones giving each other the consequences.
Yeah. So whatever consequences you have for me, I'm just be like, I will take it, Nicole.
And you know, this is great, you guys, because I did not get to hear her try with Uno because she was just like, zip.
I was terrified. I was so terrified. I think I said like 1 or 2 words, and both those words had S. So I said yes, and so I got.
You know, you did obviously the best out of that. I did second best because obviously Derek and Hudson were just messing up left and right.
If you guys want to see us try to at least attempt to do an episode without saying the word S, let us know. I'm gonna completely butcher it, but you know what? That could be fun.
Yes. You guys should pick a word for us to not say on. It could be the next episode, just on a episode we do, and we will try. We can't.
What sound can we not use, or a letter we cannot use to say?
Letter. There you go. What letter we cannot say. Honestly, though, we might not use it through the whole thing because unless people actually want to hear cavemen, you know.
If you want a caveman episode, guys, let us know in the comments below what letter / sound we cannot use while filming an episode. I have a feeling it's going to be B because of Black Veil Brides.
Ooh, and make the punishments, make the consequences.
Oh, yes. Help us with the consequences. Like if we have 3 strikes or something of saying that word or letter or sound, let us know the consequence. That being, I have no idea. You guys are creative. Don't be too evil to us, though.
Yeah, don't be don't be legit, like use logic here, you guys.
Logic, like
it has to be things that are acceptable for you.
acceptable. Honestly, yes, guys, please. This would be amazing. I'm actually intrigued now. Use logic here, guys, but like, yes, leave it in the comments below. Now I'm excited to read the comments.
I'm terrified, dude.
It was my second day there that Nicole and I did something very exciting together and everything. It was my very first time ever doing anything like this before. First of all, guys, if you don't know and haven't looked on Nicole's Instagram page or anything, she is pretty much a model. She is a model. Nicole is a beautiful, beautiful, badass model here. She is a beautiful, badass model, and she does a lot of photos with tons of photographers of different themes, whatever they are. And I think recently, at least as of right now, the recent photo shoot was with the mirrors, right?
Yes, that was with Josh. I know he's got like 2 or 3 different profiles that he uses. I know that one of them is called Wicked Ways, though. Wicked Ways Photography, but he mostly does the Josh photography. It has like an ESTDET, something like that. That's my most recent, though.
So Nicole and I did a photo shoot together when I was over in Denver with the wonderful photographer. I'm blanking on his name. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Albert Anthony.
Thank you.
Yes, and he on Instagram, Facebook, he just goes by, usually just models by Albert Anthony. He does awesome work.
He was super friendly, I will say, like because he has his own studio where he lives, which I didn't know what to expect. I was just like, oh, we're going like to Denver. We're going to go like to a very tall building and go to a level or something. It's like, no, we're going to his house. He has a studio right behind his backyard. I'm like, oh, okay.
I will say, you guys, like there are some photographers like never fail to amaze me. Like there are some, I've been to some where you just say they are in those tall buildings and you have to go in and you walk upstairs or use the elevator. I've been to places like that, but 9 out of 10 times I go to people, well, you know, there's photographers in Colorado, it's like they own their own studio, and sometimes it's like just built out of their house or within their yard, I guess you could say. That's what Albert did. He turned this entire barn into like a studio. So cool.
It was really cool. Like it was just like boom, studio, lights, backgrounds, this like little closet where we can get ready with all these thousands of like outfits and shoes and accessories and everything. I'm just like,
walk-in closet.
Pretty much a walk-in closet. I'm just like, whoa.
Like the walk-in closet, you guys, is where we get ready. There's a huge dresser and mirror set up in there, tons of clothes and shoes behind us. I mean, that's just if we wanted to use them.
Right.
You know, we didn't because our shoot was a Black Veil Bride shoot.
It was
bride themed, I should say.
We had 3 shots or themed Black Veil Bride themed shots we did together. So the first one we did was the amazing hashtag BVB made me do it.
Cause come on, you guys, those red suits are legend.
So that was pretty fun. Like I will full on admit, guys, like I've never modeled, let alone been like in an actual professional like environment to take photos or anything. My experience with modeling is taking tons of selfies in my room, picking through all of them and like that's the one. Like I grew up watching America's Next Top Model, and I see everything for what the models have to do there, what all the crazy things they had to do. Like that's all of my experience with modeling. Like I know nothing about modeling.
You know, I mean, I know I could sit here and tell everyone my experience, but I think they would love to hear your experience, to be honest.
Oh God. Well, I will say like the first shot we did with the red suits and everything, like we had Nicole let me borrow one of her big platform black boots. Like I felt very tall.
So you were taller than me. And
I know. I never felt that tall before. It was amazing.
Isn't that weird? Like it's amazing to feel just slightly taller.
I know. I was like, this is what tall people feel like. Like,
oh my God, I can
this is amazing.
Cabinets.
Yes,
that's my favorite part.
I was nervous as hell, honestly, because like I've seen Nicole's profile even before I met her, and like she's just like she's a badass. Like honestly, with all these photos she takes with her shots and everything, I'm just like here like I'm just gonna be cute. So like,
You were. You
I
were.
was in a way, with the red suits and everything, it was most like, I guess the environment and everything was really badass. It was just generally badass, but like, I'm cute. So like trying to enter and channel that badass side of me, like she's somewhat in there. It's just, she doesn't really come out as often. Like she's like just chilling over there. She's like chilling with all her amazing stuff, and she doesn't really come out. She's just chilling. Well, the cuteness of me is just out there. So I will say I was very intimidated, honestly, because like I again never model and everything. Like I know there's ways and stuff, like you have to like not a way hold the pose, but you kind of have to just for a little bit and switch it up a little bit, work your angles for sure. And then like here's Nicole just like boom, 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 boom. And I'm just like, I don't know how to do this. I will full on admit I did had a little panic mode. I had a little panic attack, like just a tiny one, because like just the intensity was not in there for me. And so I was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
You know, what's funny about you saying though that it was hard for you to be like, you know, all like evil and just kind of like out there where you're as more cute. I can't do the cute thing. I can be mean and evil, but when it comes, like I've had photographers who have literally been like, hey, I'll pay you to not wear any of that neo-Nazi bullshit. They're like, and come wear my clothes. Those photos are not me. Like, I can't be cute. Like, the photos were so awkward, Ruth. You can just see how awkward I am because I'm like, I can't be cute because I'm not used to pink. Like, okay, that's a lie. I love pink.
I was just like, that's a lie.
I'm used to pink when I have on like all my like cute makeup. But if you're gonna tell me to just put on like some lip gloss and put on this pink frilly thing, that's hard. I'm not good at being cute. I'm good at looking evil and mean. She's good at being very cute. But honestly, you killed it though. She did, you guys. I mean, nervous at first, but by the end of it, she was just nailing it.
I will say that Nicole, you definitely did help me, just kind of giving me ideas of like angles wise and poses, and like, yeah, after my mini panic attack in the walk-in closet, like I'm like, I recollected myself, because like we then moved on to like the second theme, which was our Christmas sweaters.
But I do want to ask Ruth, because, you know, everyone thinks modeling is easy and everyone goes, oh, modeling's so easy. You can't be in pain. How did your body feel after you were done, even the next day?
For those of you who think modeling is easy, anyone can do it. I've told Nicole this even during and after the photo shoot that we did. Like, I give her mad props for everything she does, for the amazing photos and every shoot she does, because it is not easy. Like, first of all, in the beginning with the red suits, I was just up in my head, and which Nicole basically told me, don't do it. But I did it.
It's hard not to do it though.
I know, but it's not easy, guys, because there's a lot that goes into it. You have the models, Nicole, you have to think about all your angles and the lighting and everything. Like, even if it's as simple as like arching your back to push up the booty, or going on your tippy toes, your core is a hard work to balance yourself in certain positions. There was a shot that Nicole did during the photo shoot by herself where she was posing on a chair and everything. Like, I even sat on a chair too, and I was like tightening up my core just to stand up straight. Also, yes, being straight, because like we all have habits of like slouching and everything. So like I found myself slouching and being told like, straight, we want to have that tallness and stuff. So I'm like, right, like when America's Top Model, and they said modeling from head to toe, it's literally modeling from head to toe, because you have to think length and tall and angles, and like your core is working, even your toes. Like there were a lot of times where even in the boots I was wearing, I was literally pointing my toes. You probably could not even tell, but I was pointing them, and like my hands and everything. Like the next day I was sore. Like I was terribly sore. Like my foot hurt.
This poor girl. Okay, I tried to catch her, just for the record. I tried, but then of course she also hit a thing that was gonna fall on top of her that was heavy, so I had to catch that too.
To be fair, okay, yeah, I fell on the shot wearing those humongous black platform boots Nicole let me wore.
Okay, but to be fair, it was the pose you were doing.
It was the pose I was doing. Yeah.
It was awesome though.
Yeah, I fell. I didn't like twist my ankle, but I definitely hurt my foot on the process of falling to the ground. So
That scared me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, she's gonna leave with a broken ankle. Oh my God. Hospital trip.
no, I was fine. I just needed to like not ever do, I'm never going to do that. Honestly, guys, modeling, there's a lot that goes to it. So again, props to you, Nicole, because like, I'm just like in awe. Like I just saw you do, when I saw you do your individual shot, you were just like, boom, like your face was fierce, your smiles and everything, your angles were just on point and everything. You were changing it up here and there. Like you are so brave to do that. And like I've even mentioned from times like certain shots that you do, I'm just like in awe every time because it's like you're so courageous to do that. You have such strength to go out there and just wear these crazy things and have these crazy backdrops or whatever props or out in the woods or whatever. And you just, even in the snow, what you told me about. And it just blows my mind. So like I was fangirling guys hard when I saw her just do her individual shoots, and I'm just like wow, she's so cool.
My first shoot that I ever did, I was a deer in the headlights. I just stood there and I told the photographer, what do you want me to do? And he's like, just pose, you know, do anything. And I'm like, no, you tell me what to do. It was not a good experience. That guy definitely did not like me. Have not even worked with him since that day, which is a shame because he's got great work. He probably would love me now. But I will say though, I still get nervous to this day, you guys. Even with photographers I already work with a ton, the pain is real. Like, cause you do have to constantly stay arched. You always want to look tall, so your back's arched. You're constantly pushing your butt out, or maybe even your hips. So like the amount of soreness, like your entire body's pretty much sore and done by the end of the shoot. Oh my gosh. Cause I think, what was it? We were shooting for maybe three and a half hours, I want to say.
Roughly like that, yeah.
So I can't lie. I don't know about you, Ruth, but when we were done, I was like, oh, thank God, my back.
Yeah, I was pretty much done at that point. I mean, I was just like, great, I could take off these shoes and put back my sweatpants and everything. I get it now. Like, it's a full workout, guys. Modeling, it's a full out workout because, like Nicole said, you're arching your back. You have to be tall. You're working your angles. Like, you're putting your body into positions that looks good in photo, but like doesn't mean it's comfortable, guys. It's like maybe comfortable for like 2 seconds and then you're like done.
Yeah, you're really contorting your body a lot. And also, Ruth did her own little mini shoot, by the way, which she was not expecting. To be fair, neither of us were expecting our own little mini shoots. We were kind of just more focused on, you know, working together for a BVB theme. But Albert insisted, you know, let's get some individual shots. And I loved watching you, Ruth. I can't lie. You may have been nervous like at first, but you killed it. You just started doing your thing. You were throwing out poses left and right. I mean, it was awesome to see. I'm sitting here getting excited because I'm like, what pose is she going to do next? And then she does this pose and I'm like, yes, that's the money shot right there. Like, I love it.
Like Nicole said, like we weren't expecting an individual shot. Like our idea was for us to like, you know, collaborate and do all these themes together, Black for Brides themes. We had the red suits, we did the Christmas sweaters. The third BVB theme shot that we did, Cole and I obviously have a lot of Black for Brides merch. So we happened to have the same mesh black top here that we had and the Black for Brides leggings. So we definitely had those on and did an awesome shot with those. Actually, I like that one too. That was pretty a fun one.
We got a lot of great shots with that one. Oh my gosh.
I will full on make guys. So the individual shots that we did, like Nicole was wearing this beautiful like red and black dress and she was posing with this beautiful chair and then beautiful background, just doing her. She's just like with her beautiful, amazing boots, which I want still. So my individual shot, I might have, because like I honestly surprised Nicole because I don't think I've ever told her until that day that I used to take ballet growing up.
Mind blown. I did not know this. I think it's cool though.
Thank you. Yeah. So I did take ballet. And so I still have some of the flexibility still of the poses. I still remember some of the poses and everything. And I think I mentioned that and Albert's like, here, wear this tutu. We're going to do shots of you as a ballerina. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's perfect. Black swan, you guys.
So I was like, okay, I don't have my point shoes or anything. We're going to do barefoot with this big tutu. Okay. What do I remember from my ballet days? do all those things.
You impressed the shit out of me and Albert. The moment you mentioned that, Albert just like fell in love with the poses you were doing.
It was actually really fun because like I guess that was some area that I was very comfortable and familiar with. So like I kind of knew like all the angles to a ballerina poses and all the poses that they do. So like doing like the simple poses, pointing the feet, elongating that, the arms and everything came naturally to me because I did take ballet. So it was very familiar to me. So that's why I felt a lot more comfortable with that. And then instead of just like, here's a dress, pose in a dress, I'm like, honestly, the whole experience of doing the shot with you was amazing. Like, I mean, even with my mini panic attack in the beginning, it was fun. Like, it was definitely something I never thought I would ever get a chance to do. And just again, you are fucking badass for doing what you do on modeling with the photo shoot and everything. Like, especially when we were doing the red suits, my thought process was like, even wander off to this section, like the guys from BVB, it's like, I'm actually curious their very first photo shoot, like how nervous they were at, like everything. Like these are now that I did it, I'm like wondering like how did Andy feel when they like, here's a leather jacket, stand in the middle, look sexy. I don't know.
It really makes you wonder. So when it comes to Black Veil Brides, I kind of am curious when it comes to each individual one. I wonder how their very first experience was. Were they nervous? Were they excited? Like, were they a deer in the headlights? What happened? Because there are photos. That photographer has those photo shoots of the awkward moments that we will never be able to see.
Making like the weird face or sneezing or like, I'm just like curious, like their first individual shots, their first group shot as a band when Andy started out with the band, like with We Such G Spoon, like even the cover albums and the album jackets and everything.
Obviously, from them starting at the beginning to now, what mindset do they have going into photo shoots now?
You know,
I mean, everyone's different.
Have questions for like, what was your first photo shoot? How did you feel? What's been the craziest ones you've done? What's been your favorite one you've done? You know, this needs to happen. I don't know, one way or another. It just has to. Like, you just need to be one of the background girls when BVB does another shot, like another shoot, like for another album coming up, like even if it's for Phantom Tomorrow Part 2, like just be there in the background like a crow or like Blackbird's assistant or like something. So
I'm just gonna be, oh my god, I'll just photobomb the background. You don't pay no mind to me, you guys. We're not going to be putting every single photo on here. So all the photos you see on here, definitely check out our Instagrams, our Twitters, wherever I'm going to post it everywhere. I'm sure Ruth is too. There'll be more photos on our social media site.
It will be more photos and I'm super excited to post them and honestly you guys' reaction to it because I'm just like, hi. Yes, guys, my photo shoot with Nicole was amazing. And honestly, I'm planning already to go and visit her for a longer time period. And like, I'm excited for that and everything. It was just a fun, quick visit. So thank you, Nicole, for making me feel welcome and just everything. Even though it was small, just thank you for that wonderful small trip and spending New Year's Eve with you.
My New Year's was made. I've never had like such fun on a New Year's Eve before because normally I'm just not fun and I go to bed at like 9 o'clock.
Again, I'm just gonna keep saying this. Nicole is a wonderful, beautiful, and a badass person. She's like the most friendliest person ever. I am just very grateful that I got a chance to see her and she's in my life as my awesome best friend here and my co-host for the show. So thank you.
And I'm going to have to, y'all, I'm going to be visiting Ruth sometime. I don't know when, but I'm going to
have You'll eventually make your way up here into Washington. Yes.
Washington, where everyone tells me to live because I love rain. And it rains like every day in Washington.
Oh, Seattle for sure. So
mostly just Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle's mostly known for like all the rainy days. And when they get snow, they freak out because they never get snow.
You know, though, because it constantly rains, the rain mixed with the snow, I'm sure creates a lot of ice. So I would be scared too.
You know, guys, Nicole and I were talking about as far as updates for VIP. So VIP for the Trinity of Terror has not been announced yet. And like, I know everyone is anxious to know what that's going to look like and like when it will be announced. Who knows? Maybe it'll be announced before this video will happen. I have no idea. Will be uploaded, but like,
oh, that will be funny.
I have no idea what VIP is going to look like. I believe they're just still working on it because again, these are 3 big bands. As far as we know, there's no opening acts for this show, is there? No, it's just those
all 3 main bands playing.
All 3 main bands, which I'm okay with, but I'm just like, I am very curious of like, what is VIP going to look like and everything? I'm like, these are 3 big bands.
I'm hoping for VIP to just be like I want it to be same, but I want it to be different. And when I say different, I mean like I really want it to be like something crazy. But not when I say crazy, I don't mean like crazy and expenses. I mean crazy as in like for 3 bands, what will they do? Mm-hmm. And with it being like, once again, this whole entire tour is like horror concept. So that's why I'm really hoping that the VIP is really detailed. I'm just hoping there's a lot of thought put into it, hopefully.
Honestly, guys, just for my selfish reasons, I want VIP, whatever goodies they give us. I want a lanyard because I know in between this moment tour did not give us a lanyard. I'm just a lanyard person when it comes to VIP. I only have one from the Resurrection tour, but I want one for this Trinity of Terror tour because I'm like, I mean, come on.
So a lanyard too, honestly, the picture that would be on it. But that's the thing. It all depends on how VIP goes.
No, like I feel
like how that lanyard would look.
These honestly, if they were going to the lanyard, I think they just might do the poster cover art they have for the tour.
And that's what I was thinking.
I'm okay with, honestly, because like I'm totally fine with it. I love that poster cover art, by the way. So it's just amazing.
It is. It's awesome. And like the lanyard itself could be like all their symbols, you know,
all the symbols there. Like I'm just curious. I'm like, okay, VIP, 3 big bands, how are they going to do this? Because I'm like, I can say a lot of fans who are fans of BVB, Motionless in White, Icelandic Kills, they want to meet the band. They want to meet everyone in the band. I know the BVB Army are stressing it up on Twitter. They want to see all the guys. I want to see the guys too during VIP and everything. So I'm just like, I'm crossing my fingers here that will be the case, that we get to see all the guys during VIP, because I want to see the boys. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what they need to do for VIP, exactly like what they did for the Resurrection tour. Asking Alexandria was co-headlining with BVB. They both have their own separate VIP. Mm-hmm. That's how it should be for here. Each band can do a separate one, because I understand if you were meeting them all, that would take a lot of time.
It would take a lot. And I know just in general, like obviously the world, we're still dealing with COVID. I know they're trying their best to keep a lot of precautions of like mask and distance. I get it. I understand completely. I think they're also maybe thinking about the venue, like how big is the venue? Can they fit all 3 big bands and like distancing space with all these VIPs coming in?
I mean, I think if they at least create 3 VIP lines outside, then each security guard takes said VIP line and walks them to where they need to meet the band. Not every band has to be in the same room. If they can each take a section somewhere and the line just goes from there, just like always, VIP is limited on tickets. Mm-hmm. How much are they limiting these ones then? Especially if you get to meet all 3, they're definitely limited.
And I think that's why we're still waiting, because I truly believe they are still all managers from all 3 bands, and even the band members themselves are trying to figure out what they can do for VIP that all fans can enjoy their time, and like also price range, because as we know, like these tickets, just the general admission tickets, were a bit higher than usual, just because these are 3 humongous big bands in this upcoming tour. And like,
I'm really excited to see like stage setup too.
I don't know. I'm just here like waiting anxiously, like, VIP.
Just make the right decision, everyone.
Literally March is going to come here before we know it.
I'm actually wondering when they're going to start teasing us with some new songs.
Oh, God.
I said, no, you guys. Technically, they are working on The Phantom Tomorrow Part 2. I got to hear a teaser, you know.
Part 2 of The Phantom Tomorrow. And I already, guys, if you follow Jake on stream, he's already spilled the beans on one song that will be on The Phantom Tomorrow Part 2. I'm like, Jake, can you do this? Can you really spill the beans on this? Because you just can't throw that out there and then move on to a next subject. Like, you just can't.
I love spoilers. How are they going to top The Phantom Tomorrow? How are you going to top that?
Can you top The Phantom Tomorrow Part 1? I mean, can you?
This is where Black Veil Brides needs to be like, challenge accepted.
This is a work of art.
It is.
Honestly, guys, BVB Army, I know we're on a roller coaster right now. Like, we're building our way up the hill, waiting for VIP and everything to come in books, and then it's all good. We're gonna go when VIP is announced and everything.
So many crazy things happening with Black Veil Bride, you guys. I can tell you guys now, it's only going to keep getting better from here. I'm excited for the future of Black Veil Bride. 2022 is going to be the year for Black Veil Bride, you guys. It is.
2022. All right, BVB Army, we have for today's fan shout out. This actually is a wonderful fan. Her username on Twitter is bandobsessedall, and her first name is Caidyn right there. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm looking at it. I just don't want to butcher it. We saw your wonderful tweets, and I actually have it right here. You just said the most wonderful things. This was basically your tweet, like you just wanted to say something to the BVB Army Hearts to Hearts YouTube channel. I look forward to your videos every week, and they're always entertaining and fun to watch. I love you that you guys create a space for the BB Army. Ruth and Nicole are my new favorite without heart. Thank you so much for that tweet. Honestly, that just made our hearts like flutter and stuff when we saw that. So fan shout out goes to you. You are amazing, and just thank you for the support you give us for our show.
We appreciate it so much, honestly. Like reading things like that online just really make us smile.
They do.
So thank you. Thank you for making us smile, and I'm glad that we could bring a smile to you.
Well, guys, I think that does wrap it for this episode. We definitely explained my trip over there, our amazing photo shoots, and yes, like we say, go to our Instagram pages because we will be posting those photos up of our wonderful shots that we did, BBB theme and everything, our individual themes too. I can't wait for everyone to see those, honestly.
Oh, I know. I really want the photos now.
Thank you guys so much for coming on to this week's episode. We have a new episode coming on next week, and we actually have a fan coming on our show next week to tell her BVB story. And I'm super excited to talk to this wonderful fan. We've been trying to get this fan on the show for quite some time, and finally our schedules align. So I'm looking forward to it. You can definitely find our social media links down below in the description box. Our Twitter account is also down there. Please give our Twitter a follow. We will definitely be posting there every time we have news to share and new episodes and everything. I'm just going to end the episode, guys, just doing Vogue here with the Vogue music in the background.